another lesson, another blues lesson. You can never have enough of those. I don't think. In my opinion, you just stockpile those blues riffs. Okay, they're handy. So this one, this is a go-to for me. I use this one all the time, and it's sort of a break from the traditional, well, you know, one of those. So anyways, I'm going to hand this on to you guys. Hopefully you can have some fun with it, get into your fingers. There is some a little bit of right hand trick stuff going on with the right hand, but it's not that bad. You know, it's not a big deal. I do want to throw out a huge thanks to my good friend Wim, who was so nice to make this awesome killer backlit Johnny Octave sign. So this will be a new addition to the background of videos, and Wim, you're the best, man. Thank you. So let's dive into this riff here. So what's going on? We've got it's an A7 chord, so it's an A, bar chord, basically what's going on. But I'm gonna take out my third finger, okay? So I'm really just left with this part of the chord, okay? With my right hand, all the stuff that everything is, all the down picks are gonna be with my pick, okay? So if you just choose to use your fingers to do this, which is totally possible, all the down picks that I'm gonna explain in this are gonna be your thumb. So to start this out, I'm actually gonna peel away that second finger. So all I've got left here is this bar right here with my first finger, okay? So with my right hand, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a down pick on the low E string, and then my middle finger and my third finger on my right hand are gonna pick the G string. Okay, that's gonna be my second finger, and my third finger is gonna be on the B string. So I'm gonna go together here. So I'm gonna pluck out on those strings like that, and then what I'm gonna do is a hammer on to the 6th fret on the G string with my second finger. Okay, so I call this together, right? Because we're just going all notes together. Okay, then what's gonna happen is I'm gonna hit the low E string with my pick. If you're using your fingers, again, that's gonna be your thumb. So, okay. Then what's gonna happen is I'm gonna come over here with my third finger, and I'm gonna bar across the G string and the B string, okay? And I'm doing that upstroke or the picking with my right hand. Again, second finger, third finger on the G string, B string, okay? Now, if this is rough for you to get this bar, it's not a huge deal for you to just use those two fingers. So you could go low E string, so bass note. You could do that. You could go 3 and 4 there. It's not a huge deal, okay? So I'm choosing to do the bar. So together, hammer, low E string, down pick, upstroke on the G and B, okay? Then what we're gonna do is go back to the low E string, down pick, and then we're gonna have this next chord shape. So second finger is gonna go to the G string on the 6th fret, and your pinky is gonna land at the 8th fret on the B string. And you're picking the same strings and with the same fingers on your right hand, okay? So it's bass note again, and then back to this shape, which is 7th fret on the G and B. That way or that way. Okay, and then when you start the riff over again, what's going to happen is you're going to just go together. So together, bass note, chord, bass note, chord, bass note, chord, okay? So all of this, I played it, obviously I just played it slow because I just explained it, but in the intro of the video, I played it a little faster. You can play this at whatever speed you like, whatever speed you're able to do it at. You can play this super quick, and it's pretty hip. Let me see if I can get that moving. It's pretty hip that way. And it's super cool, just slow too. So, what I'm getting at is whichever speed you want to play this or tempo you play it is totally fine, okay? So what we're gonna do, so we've got this riff, okay? To move this to the 4 chord, all we're gonna do is just move it up to the 10th fret. So same exact thing, same exact stuff's happening at the 10th fret. Okay? So I'm not gonna go through every single last little thing, but it's still all the same movements, but I'll play it for you real slow. want to move this to the 5 chord, which is, we're in A, so to move it to the 5 chord would be going to E7, and that's going to be just taking the shape and moving it up 2 frets. Okay, same exact riff. D7, A7. Okay, now there is one thing that you can do if you want to throw in just a variation of E, because there's a lot of distance between, you know, A, the first chord, and D. Certainly if you're going to go from A all the way up to E, that's quite a ways to travel. But what you could do is you could play this riff in open position, and I'll show that to you now. Okay, so that would also work. So let me show you an open version for E. So what's going on here is we're just going to hold a traditional E7 chord, okay? And everything is the same, but we're using, you know, open strings or in open position. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out with this finger up, okay? So it's off the string. So now what we've got is the low E string open, middle finger's on the G string still, third finger on your right hand still on the B string, together, and then hammer on the G string at the first fret right there. So it's not on the D string, on the G string. Okay, and then bass note, chord. Okay, now the chord now is at the 2nd fret on the G and the B. So, okay, bass note, chord. Okay, that's at the 1st fret. Now I'm at the 1st fret with my index finger. Pinky's grabbing the 3rd fret on the B string. So that could be your version of E. It would look like this. Let me just play it in real time. And I threw in a little trill there. So, you know, anything you can do to spice it up would be cool, okay? So let me play this from top to bottom so you can kind of hear how it goes together. String it together with your ears. And then I think we should be good on this one. Hey there, I just wanted to break in real fast. If you guys are finding this content helpful, I would be very grateful if you would consider liking and subscribing. Let's get back to it. All right, so let me play this entire thing from top to bottom just so you can kind of string it together with your ears, and then you can go play. All right, so let's play at a fairly slow tempo. 1, 2, 3. So I threw in a little bit of stuff at the end there. Let me show you what I did. So in the moment I decided, you know, I'm going to go down to this open E thing that I showed you. And then to get to the D chord, well, that would have been like way up here. So it just didn't feel comfortable. So what I did was I added a 9 chord. Okay, so if you guys don't know what a 9 chord is, really quick. 2nd finger's on the A string, 5th fret. 1st finger's on the D string, 4th fret, okay? 3rd finger's barring across the G, the B, and the high E. However, what I'm picking with this is the D string with my, the A string with my pick on the D note, and then the upper strings on the G and the B with my right hand. But I'm kind of comping the chord this way. So I went. So I went bass note, chord, okay? So, and then back to our original sort of, and my turnaround went, you know, that 9 chord, but it did it a little chromatically here, this bluesy thing. 9 chord, D9, E flat, we'll call it, E, 9. So, okay, all the same stuff. But then what that does, it puts you a little higher up. that. But nonetheless, you know, you guys spice this up, play around with it, see if you can get it under your fingers, and then, of course, you know, right into whatever jam situation that you guys find yourself in. So I hope this was helpful for you all, and we will see you in the next lesson.